a 1995 R33 GTR V-Spec.
What's going on, guys? It's Roman here with That Racing Channel. Today we're going to be doing a shoot on this really beautiful R33 GTR. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. This thing sounds amazing. Wait till you guys hear it when this thing turns on. But anyways, we're going to have fun and I hope you guys enjoy the video. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Romeo?
How's it going?
Good, man.
You mind turning on the car for us real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds amazing. Listen to that. That's music to my ears. Oh my God. Woo! That brings a smile to my face, but that sounds so badass. Good stuff, man.
Every time for me too.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like I said, I think this is the first GTR I'm featuring on this channel, so I'm super excited. I can't wait to show you guys what we got going for today. Sounds so good, man.
Yeah, it's a great car though. I was one of the coolest dads in the drop-off line at school to drop my kids off.
Yeah, R33. I would love to be that kid, to have a father with an R33. That's a dream. Oh my God! And the pops! I've never felt anything like that. Oh my God! This thing makes all the right noises, man. It sounds so good. Doesn't get old, man. It doesn't get old. We can do this all day. This thing sounds so nice. The feeling of this car when he does a pull, I wasn't expecting to feel what I felt. It's all-wheel drive, so when he got on it, it hooks, and it feels amazing. So I'm just getting a couple pictures here while I get the opportunity to do so. And some of those sounds, those beautiful sounds of the RB28.
Puts my kids to sleep. It's like a lullaby.
It's music to my ears for sure, I'll say that. I'm gonna throw in a little montage. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Hey, my name's Scott. I drive a 1995 R33 GTR V-Spec. I got it from mainland Japan in 2017, so I've owned the car for a few years now. It's made a huge transformation since I've had it, from stock to what it is now. I got a engine from Australia at Spool Imports. It's a RB28 short block, full forged internals, spool crank, spool rods, CP pistons, 9-to-1 compression, and then the head is from Japan. It's a Napri fully built drag head with their valves, valve guides, upgraded freeze plugs, ported and polished at the shop that built the car, Speed Factory in Okinawa, Japan. Norichika Namine, he tuned and built the car when it was originally built. It's got a bunch of other extras on it: haltech ECU, platinum plug and play, ID injectors, 1700cc injectors, Greddy 4-inch intercooler, has a precision 6870 turbine running 30 pounds of boost at the moment. So when I first got the car here in the States, first thing I did was I took it down to Majestic Motorsports in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I had them switch the car over to E85, and then they dynoed the car. They only got the ethanol content up to 50%, while they were dynoing it, but it made 712 horsepower on 25 psi, but the ethanol content was still pretty low.
Holy shit! Dude, that is fast, bro. I saw the wastegate. I saw the flames.
With the haltech, you can do boost by the fuel composition. So at 50% ethanol content, it was on 25 psi, and at the ethanol content it's on now, it's at 30 psi. At the moment, the car is getting revamped, getting rid of the individual throttle bodies, going to a single throttle plenum, also upgrading to an Elite 2500 for the extra options that you have with it. You can do some rolling anti-lag, which you can't do now. For the transmission, it's a stock transmission for an R33 with OS Geiken gear set in it. So it's a cross mission gear set, short gear ratio. So 4th and 5th gear are still stock, but 1 through 3 are the OS Geiken gears with the billet input shaft and their upgraded center casing. For the differentials, those are the stock V-Spec LSD. That's the next thing that needs upgraded for drag racing. Probably why I haven't went to a sticky track yet, because I don't want to break my diffs. Has a drive shaft shop, carbon drive shaft, sitting on the Nismo LM-GT4 18-inch wheels for the street with Nitto NT05 275 drag radials. For the track setup, I have some TE37s, some 17-inch TE37s with M&H slicks, 8.5 inch by 26 inch. For the suspension, I have Blitz ZZR coilovers. I have Cusco control arms up front, Driftworks in the rear, and also I have a Driftworks Hikis delete. It's one thing a lot of the Skyline owners do off the bat is they delete the Hikis system. Slotted rotors from Endless Brakes, and also their upgraded pads. The R33 V-Spec came stock with some Brembo calipers, so I kept those. So my wife got stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and being in Okinawa, you're only allowed to have 1 car per registered driver. So when I first got there, I got an Aristo because I have 2 kids. So I figured I'm into cars, but I'll get the the 4-door cool car with the 2JZ GTE. So Japan got all the cool stuff. So that was the like the Lexus GS300, but for Japan it's the Toyota Aristo. When I saw the prices starting to go up on the Skylines, because they were starting to become import legal for the US, I went ahead and I sold my Aristo. I flew up to mainland Japan and I went car shopping. It was between a 94 Mark IV Supra or the R33 that I got. The guy I bought the R33 off spoke English, so it made it a little bit easier to deal with him. Bought the car, had it shipped down to Okinawa, and I've had it ever since. So I got that in 2017. I knew I was going to be leaving in 2020 and the car would be import legal, so it's actually one of the first R33s in the States to be import legal for the 25-year rule. I know there's a bunch of guys in Florida that had them, but for the rest of the United States, they had to be 25 years old to import legally, which is something cool for a lot of the service members over in Okinawa and mainland Japan. I work over in a bank, so I dealt with lending for these cars. There's a bunch of them coming over from Okinawa from service members. Plans for the car are to run a 9-second quarter with the setup that's currently on. After that, might go sequential gearbox and shoot for the 8s. turbo, maybe a 7675 or 7685, depending on the guys at Real Street setting the car up. The end goal is 1,000 horse. Right now, it should be, with the boost it's on, around 800. The blocks for the RB26s are notorious for cracking if you don't have a brace or anything, and I don't. So I think 1,000 horsepower will be the end goal, especially since I do plan on tracking it, and eventually it is going to break. After that, we'll think about upgrading the block, possible billet block, depending on what the budget allows. So Real Street Performance, they hooked me up a lot. Russ over at Real Street, I called him from Okinawa. He was really great to work with. Told him what my goals were for the car immediately. He recommended the parts that I was going to need. Told him about the engine I was getting from Spool Imports. They did really great as well. Spool Imports hooked me up with the turbo manifold, the 6-boost turbo manifold. They also hooked me up with billet gears for my oil pump and an M1 oil pump. Real Street Performance supplied all of the valve train, the turbo, the wastegate, the fuel, the entire fuel system. Speed Factory, Narita Namine, is the guy to go to if you're in Okinawa for building a GTR R32, R33, R34. This guy, when he swapped my motor out, had it on the ground within 2 hours. He knows his stuff. Doesn't speak much English, which is okay. He's really good with working with Americans. He's great customer service. I mean, you go to the shop, you might be a little bit scared on what you're looking at. It's not the most modern shop, but old school Japanese guy, he knows what he's doing, and he'll take care of you. Other than that, my buddies over in Okinawa that came back to the States, they helped out a lot with getting it over to the States and the process that it would take. John L. Strong, he helped out a lot. Brad Hall also. I'd also like to thank Tom over in Okinawa. He's helped me out a lot with tuning. Trinity Works, Okinawa, they removed all the rust in the engine bay and repainted the engine bay for me. Mark Harper, he's helped me out with a lot of parts. And Jonathan with Platinum Racing Products, he's helped me out with a lot of parts, also trailering my car. Thanks a lot, guys.